A very good morning, my dear students, and welcome to Digital World of Patania Public School. Beta, in previous lecture, we learned about the list functions and method. Today, here we learn nested list. What do you mean by the nested list? Do you know that list are the objects? List are the objects that can hold object of any other types, so no limitation which type of data or which type of item you can input in list. You can input string type, you can input integer type, you can input float type, any type. Since lists are objects themselves, they can also hold other list as its elements. Carefully go through the adjacent code shown that create LA, LB, LC and LX. So you see here L1A. LA is your 22 and 11. LB is your 33 and 11. Here, if you write down L1, LC, we have taken another list here, LC, and in LC you have write down here 11, 44, LB. So here LB is your single element, single argument. It don't count it another two arguments. So now a number of argument is your 11, 44, LB. So 1, 2, 3. So LB have two argument, but here when you use in the nested list it include only one. And so you again here see L1 comma LA comma LC comma 15. So LA have two element but it counted 1. LC have two element but it counted 1. So here total element is your 4. So out the four lists created above, two are nested lists, that is LC and LX. So these are your nested list. This is your LC and LX. We conclude or we add L1 and LB combine here, and we combine here L1 and LC also. So when you display or print the content of the list LC and LX, it will be like LC 11 comma 44, and it take only one argument. 11 comma 22 comma 11, so 22 and 11 single argument. Here you see 11 comma, so the third element of LX is your 11 comma 44 comma 13, so it conclude in both four are the single argument. So 1 2 3 and 4 argument is there. The fourth element Lx, that is Lx3, is the list Lc, which is nested list itself. So with Lx as Lx 11, 22 and 11 one item, 11, 14, 31, and this is your another argument, and this is another argument. So Lx1 is your 11. And what is your LX2? LX2 is your 22 and 11. What is your LX3? 11, 44, 33, 11. And what is your LX3? 15 is there. So next is your, so you can say that a list can has one or more list as its element is a nested list. A two-dimensional list is also nested list. Let us see how a list that has one or more list as its argument is called your nested list. But your two-dimension list is also your nested list. So what is the two-dimension list and how you do the nested? The two-dimension list is a list having all the element as list of the same shape. That is a two-dimensional list is a list of list, a list of list. For example, you have write down one list, two list, three list in a single list L1 name. So how it enter it? So your first is 0, 1, in the place of 0, 1, and in the place of 1, 2. So indexing is A0. So your indexing is your name is L1. So you write down L1, and the indexing is 0. First you write down 0, and next is your 1. First is your 0 0. First is your 0 0. Then next is your 0 1. Then next is your 1 0, so like this. So this is your 1 2 9 8 3 4. So what is the indexing of your 4? So indexing of your 4 is 2 1. The indexing of 4 is 2 1. So regular two dimensional list are the nested list with these properties. All element of a element of a two dimension list have same shape, that is same dimension and length. The length of a 2D list tells about number of rows in it, and for example length list, the length of a single row gives the number of column in it, and in this your length list n. So rigid list, a list, what is a rigid list? A list has the list with different shape. When your list have different shape, add its element is also 2D, yani ki two dimension your rows and columns list, but it is in an irregular 2D list, also known as a rigid list. For instance, you have written 1, comma 2, comma 3, and here you return 5, comma 6. So as it one element has a length of as 3, while it is second element is a list with the length of 2 element. Let us quickly learn how you can use a two-dimensional list. Please note that in the following example, you will see mostly be using regular 2D. 2D means two dimension, and when you're using on the single, then single dimension is there and second is your two dimension is there. So if you want to write down the two dimension list, unless specified explicitly, explicitly. So you see here, creating a 2D list, creating a 2D list. So to create a 2D list by inputting element by element, you can employ a nested loop as shown in the program below. One loop for rows and the other loop for reading individual element for each row. For example, program to create a 2D element. Here we take empty list, and here we input a variable R and C. Rows and columns we want to input it. So after that you write down for I in range R. So your program will be till your inputted row, and row is empty, J is in a range C, and here the main method is there. Int input, you have input element plus string I. String I means any element 0 1 2 3 your number of items, and string J means your colon items. If you want to input the row item, so your row item will be inputted with the help of this, and your colon item will be inputted with the help of this. So row append ALM, integer being added to row list, list dot append row, row list is added as an element of second list. The sample run of the program is element 0 0 2, element 0 1 3, then 0 2 4. So first your row is 0, then colon 0 1 2, then your next row is 1, then your colon is 0 1 2 3, then next row is your 3 2, then 0 1 2 and 3. How we take it again, uh, check it above. So your row is 0 0, then 0 1, then 1 0 1 1, then 2 0 2 1. So these are the rows, and this 0 and 1 is the colon. This 0 and 1 is the colon in the two dimension list. In the two dimension list, so it display the answer in this form. Now traversing a 2D list, how you travel in a 2D list. To traverse a 2D list element by element, element by element, you can employ a nested loop as either one loop rows and another for traversing individual element of each row. See below, you see here the program of traversing a two-dimension list, how your element will be traversed. So you see here we just print a message list to create, then we have taken here list empty list, and after that you see, yes, here you see for I in range R, R is your inputted value, then print give the tab space and then blank space, then and is equal to, after every character give the one space, and then this loop is for the colon and this loop is for the row, this loop for the row and this loop for the colon, and print a list ij. This I stand for your rows, number of rows, and j stand for your number of colons, and blank give the spaces of every item. So like this 2 space 3 space 4 22 space 32 space 43 50 space 60 space 70, so like this. Accessing changing individual element in 2D, changing individual element. So if you want to change a particular element, then you how you do it, just write down the indexing of that particular element and is equal to, then put the is equal to sign and then write down any value, it will be inserted here. Working with list, and you can say list manipulation, how you change the list, append, how you append element to a list, how you remove the element from the list. So appending a single element to a list, appending a single element to a list. So just write down, to append a single element to list you can use the append method of list. We have already know what is the append method. Method add a single element to the end of the list. So it can be done as per the following option: l dot append item, l dot append item. So just you write down list 1 dot append and your item name 16. So it added 10 comma 12 comma 16, appending a list element to a list. Now see, appending a list, now we want to change our list of element to a list. So how we do this, just write down list name dot extend. We already know what is the extend function, list of elements. So you just write down first list name is here, then you write down first list name and then dot extend and then you write down 34 comma 27. So it extract in this. So your answer is 17 24 15 30 34. So better do the practical of this program. Here you learn what is the program. Write a program that asks the user to input a number, a list to be append. Which number you want to append in your list to an existing list. If your already list is created and user want to change any element, whether the user enter a single number or a list of number, the program should append the list accordingly. So here you see we write down my is equal to 1 is equal to 2 comma 4 comma 6. This is your one list. After that just print a message, then you want to input the number of element, which element you want to change or append or extend. So after that you write down if type, type is the function name, is equal to type blank. So here if a list is inputted, my1 dot extend elif type n is equal to type 1 if an integer is input. So my1 dot append as print enter either an integer or a list and then print appended list is my1. So next topic is you are inserting an element in a list. If you want to input any element in a list, then how you do it, the simple way, just write down list dot insert. Here you just use the insert method and here you write down index and here you write down the item name. So your item will be inserted between the list. Modify and updating element to a list. To update or change an element of the list in place, you just have to assign new value to the elements index in list as per syntax. L index is equal to new value. Only you define here if you want to update any value, modifying your value, just write down list 1 and then you define the index like 2. In the place of 2 you want to input the 24. So 0 1 2 14 will be changed as a 24. So you can do it in the list. Deleting an element, how you delete any element from the list. Deleting an element using its index position, just specify the pop function and then specify the index, your particular indexing value will be removed from here. Deleting an element using its value, if you want to remove a particular value without indexing, you just write down remove function. If you want to remove item, then you use the remove, but if you want to remove the particular item with the help of index, then you use the pop function. So remove, just write down remove 24. So 24, what is the indexing, no matter, only 24 will be deleted from your list. Deleting a sublist from a list. If you have used the nested list, then how you remove it? The del statement can be used to remove an individual item or to remove all items identified as slice. It is to be used as per syntax given below: d del list and then index, or del list start and stop. From where to where you want to delete, you can specify here. And after that, for example, this is your list and we want del list 10. Del list 10. So where is 10? Here is our 10. So you see, delete element at index 10 in the list, namely list. So here you need of the indexing 10, not 10, you need the indexing 10. And what is the indexing of 10? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So this is the indexing of your 10. So you see, if you write down list 10 to 15, here we write down 10 to 15. When you write down the 10 to 15, so start from the 10, here 11, uh, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it will be removed. So del list 10 ratio 15, delete all element between the existing 10 to 15 in list, namely first. If occurrence is there, so first occur will be deleted. Compare the result displayed below. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 5 10 is there. After that you see 11 12, here is your 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. This will be removed from your program, and 17 18 19 20 again display it. Okay, now better do the practical of 11.7 program, and you do the practical of all the program that are included in your book.